Hello, and welcome back to the final K for stage 3 of the Vuelta España mountain finish today. A big mountain finish. What do we think is going to happen? I mean, I have got my predictions for what I believe is going to happen, but we are roughly. I mean, the first climb is 20-ish. Well, I mean, 19.9, so 20 kilometers pretty much. I don't actually know when they do hit it because I think they're on it now. I think they might have started it now, to be honest. Maybe there's another 10 kilometers until the foot of this climb, but it is going to be a long climb, this one. I'm not quite sure how long it is going to be, but I have a feeling we're going to be on it for quite a while, and I'm hoping there is a bit of action on it. But hello to everyone in the chat. Hello, Robert. Hello, Lynn. And hello, Stephanie. Are you ready for the inevitable Tadej Pogacar win? Yes, I am. I'm all prepared for it. I think Tadej Pogacar is going to go on to win this. I'm hoping, the race behind him is going to be a good one because a lot of the guys that are in this race were riding the Vuelta Burgos, and that looked very exciting. So hopefully we get to pretty much see the Vuelta Burgos all over again, just behind Tadej Pogacar, and just let Tadej Pogacar go up the road and do his thing. But we do have a breakaway up the road. 6 riders in the breakaway up the road. We've got Mats Wenzel at Kern Pharma, the rider from Luxembourg. We've also got Timo Rossen of Picnic Post NL. Asbjorn Helmoza of J. Lula, Magnus Cort Nielsen of Uno X, which actually surprised me a bit. Then we've got Ethan Hayter again, obviously looking to continue his points jersey run, even though he's not officially in it just yet. And then we've got Oliver Legac of Groupama FDJ United. Now, Magnus Cort Nielsen was a bit of a surprise for me because I didn't expect, and I don't know why he would be in this breakaway. I thought he would have been going. What did I click there? I thought, is it raining there? Oh dear. It's raining at the, I think that's the top of the climb, or is that the finish line? Hold up. I'm trying to figure out where this reporter is, but yeah, well, she never said. I didn't actually clear or hear where she was, but wherever she was standing, it looked like she was on top of a mountain. I didn't know if it was the top of the first climb or the finish line, but the rain is there. There are dark clouds, and she said something about lightning as well. I don't know if that's true, but if that is the case, that might play a part in how today is, how second place is decided. But the camera is currently on Tadej Pogacar. I mean, in the all red as per usual, side by side with Joao Almeida having a chat. God knows what they are discussing, what tactics. I mean, Joao Almeida is just, attack whenever you want, mate, and we'll try and stop the peloton from catching you. But the gap for the breakaway to the peloton is 1 minute and 39 seconds. I was talking about Magnus Cort Nielsen. I originally had him in my top 5 for the points jersey, and then I thought, you know what, I'll actually, did I put him in my points jersey? I can't actually remember if I did, but I mean, they've passed the intermediate sprint, so I did see the intermediate sprint, and it was just Ethan Hayter. There was no sprint. I mean, he just rolled over the finish line. So Ethan Hayter won it, took 20 points. Timo Rossen got second, Legac in third, Helmoza fourth, and Mats Wenzel in fifth. So Magnus Cort Nielsen didn't even go for the points jersey there, which, I mean, he has a good sprint on him. I don't know why he wouldn't have took 20 points just in case maybe in the second week he finds himself in a better position for the points jersey. Maybe he just doesn't really want it. I mean, we'll never know. But I'm actually very confused because when you look at, and maybe Tobias Hallen Johannesson wants to attack at some point. But I mean, the gap is 1 minute and 30, so I don't really know if he'll be a satellite rider or any use when it does come to the mountain. But the first climb they are going to hit is it's 19.9 kilometers long and has an average of 5% or 4.9 if you're looking for specifics. It's a long climb. It is a very, very long climb, and the maximum on it, I believe, is around 15%, something like that. It does go into the double digits, put it that way. And let me actually check PCS. Do they have the? They do. So the start of the climb is actually the first. Whoa, it doesn't start to kick up in percentage until 10 kilometers into the climb. So the first 10 kilometers are 4 or 5%. There's a section in it where it's like between 2 and 3%, but it's all about 4 and 5%, and then it kicks up. to about 6.5% for a couple of kilometers. Then it goes up to 7%, and then it eases off over the top. But the first 10 kilometers, I'm not really, now that I've seen that, I'm not really going to expect much from the first 10 kilometers. I'm going to be delusional and hope Roglic can hang in there today. I did see someone else rooting for Roglic for today's stage. I mean, I would love to root for him, but it's just one of those ones where we don't have anything to go off. I don't know what sort of form Roglic is in. Yes, he rode yesterday's stage, and yes, he was in the time trial as well, but we've no mountain stages to go off of for Primož Roglic because he was involved in that accident. I'm hoping we do get to see their hold up. They're just showing a helicopter view of the peloton here, so all the teams are together. Movistar, Uno X, AF Education, Decathlon, Red Bull, Kern Farmer, all the teams are together. They're all in. It's not like a flat stage when you're on the flat and the peloton is sort of all over the place. Everyone is in their teams, ready to go. The main team at the front, I was going to say Uno X. I know the main team at the front is UAE. We've just got a rider there coming back up with a lot of bottles. I think that is Doman Novak giving out the bottles. Now the team in behind UAE, Team Emirates, is going to be Net Company, Ineos. They're the team in behind. Then it goes Red Bull and then Decathlon, CMA, CGM. So they're the four main teams. Obviously, Tadej Pogačar. Then we've got Oscar Onley. Red Bull have Roglic, but whether they're going to play the GC card with Roglic or not, we're going to have to wait and see. I don't think they will. And then Decathlon, they've got Felix Gall, so they do. So they're the main teams. I mean, AF Education are obviously in there as well, but that's why them four teams are at the front. Camera pans back to the breakaway. 35.7 kilometers to go. This is actually going pretty quicker than I expected. I thought because it was a 19-kilometer climb. Maybe they're starting it now and it'll start to slow up, but they're actually going fairly quick. I was expecting to be sat here twiddling my thumbs, not knowing what to talk about as they were going up the climb, but I still do have quite a bit to go through. But I think they've hit the foot of the climb now. They have officially started the Col de Mont Louis, so they've got so. They're saying 8% maximum. TNT are saying 8% maximum on it. They've showed the gradient in the bottom right. But if you go on the Vuelta's website, when the Vuelta's the way the Vuelta's website is actually pretty cool, because when you're looking at the profile for the stage, if you run your mouse along it, it actually shows you where you are on the map, and it shows you what percentage of the road is. And I'm pretty sure I see there's 10%, 11%. And then there's 15%, so maybe there is literally like 1 foot of road at 15%. And I've just got that, but the TV coverage is saying the maximum is 8%, so not as hectic as I thought it was going to be as we got further up the climb. But as I said, the first 10 kilometers are going to be just gradual uphill drag pretty much. So it is. Right, where was I? I was going to go through something there, but let me just quickly look at the chat. Cornelison seemed to be struggling on the climbs yesterday, so surprised to see him in the break. Yes, actually good. Yeah, well said, Lynn, because I remember seeing that myself. He was about third from the back at the peloton, so he was at one point. Because someone had asked me about an underrated sprinter, and I said Magnus Cornelison, and the camera panned back, and he was sitting at the back of the peloton as it was just about to start getting interesting. So maybe he's trying breakaways or something. Maybe he's holding off, because I did see. There was a lot. I mean, I was obviously listening to the London Rouge guys yesterday, and they brought up Valentin Payet. I thought he would have been in the break. He lost 5 minutes yesterday, and I thought we could have actually seen Valentin Payet. Maybe the climbs aren't as steep for his liking, because we know he's a small guy, loves a very steep climb. But I mean, out of these guys in the breakaway, to be honest with you, I mean, Helmose potentially for Jayco, haven't really seen much of him. A lot of these guys in the breakaway I haven't really seen much of. I'm not going to lie. I seen Mats Wenzel, Luxembourg. He sticks out to me. Where have I seen him before this season? Because his name definitely does stick out. Was he in a breakaway in one of the stages? Could have been the Catalunya or Liège. I'm not sure, but his name sticks out to me, and I can't remember why I do remember his name. But yeah, Ethan Hayter, Magnus Cornelison. I mean, I don't see Ethan Hayter winning this stage. Why is my race froze? That's just great. But I haven't seen much. Well, Ethan Hayter's in the break because of the points jersey. He wants to. Let me go back and try and get this sort of. But Ethan Hayter wants a points jersey, understandable. That's why he's in the breakaway. That's just, how long he can keep up the breakaway. Because I think he wants to be in the green jersey. He wants to solidify the green jersey and be on the podium at the end of a stage. What's the points? I've got what it was looking like before today's stage. They had the virtual. Where is it? So Ethan Hayter goes 15 points ahead of Tadej Pogacar. If Tadej Pogacar wins today's stage, he's going to go back into the points jersey. So Ethan Hayter's going to have to try another day in the break tomorrow, and tomorrow's stage is rough as anything. If you watch my preview for the race, I did say that this stage I didn't really think was going to be that detrimental for GC. I think tomorrow's stage is where it is all going to kick off. Today still could produce some fireworks. I just thought because it's a mountain finish, it's the first mountain finish, not really that steep of a climb, 3 stages in, and you're just going up to the top of the mountain. Easier said than done. I just thought tomorrow's stage with I think it's like 3 category 1 climbs, a steep category 3 climb at the end. You're going up and down all day. Big descents as well. It could catch a lot of people out. So that's why I'm excited for tomorrow. But I'm still excited for today nonetheless. We've got 17.1 kilometers to go on this climb. Yikes. I think Roglic more likely to do well in the 3rd week. Yeah, I think a lot of the people, I think the likes of Joao Almeida and Roglic, a lot of the guys that we haven't seen with good form this season, they do have the experience to back it up in the Grand Tour, so I do think we're going to see, maybe they're not in GC for the first 2 weeks, maybe Roglic is sat about 20th, I'd say, in GC, maybe a bit lower, or something like that, maybe something happens, and then into the 3rd week we maybe start to see his form pick up because he's done so good in Grand Tours before, and he's so used to riding 3 weeks that the 3-week version of Roglic just takes over. And then he does start to pull off some good results. Maybe he's able to stick with the guys at the front. Maybe he's able to get a stage win. Something along those lines, which I would love. If Roglic is able to pull off a stage win in this, I think a lot of people would be very, very happy with that, myself included. EF Education are actually starting to move towards the front of the peloton here. They've got a very big lead out here for their entire team. They're coming up the left-hand side of UAE Team Emirates with their entire squad. And they're looking to take over the road. But it's still UAE at the front. UAE are dead centre, off the peloton, out the front. And if sitting up a wee bit, no. What do you call him? Ivo Oliveira of UAE is the guy at the front for the UAE squad. And AF Education, they're still coming up the side of them. They're about 2 or 3 riders from the front as they just get boxed in by UAE there, but I know it's only stage 3, but we need to see how EF Education does do, because Richard Carapaz, I think I mentioned in my preview, Richard Carapaz said in an interview that he's going for GC. He just doesn't know if his squad, because a lot of the guys in his squad are coming back from injuries, surgeries and stuff like that, he just doesn't know if the squad is able to be a GC team for this one. If they are, and if they're not, what way does that affect Richard Carapaz? Because this season we have seen Richard Carapaz as sort of, and every time you do see Richard Carapaz, you sort of just see him as a lone wolf. When he is fighting for something, he's always on his own. So I think EF Education are a team which you rarely do see a GC team built around someone. Maybe they're trying something new with this Vuelta and Richard Carapaz just because how well he did in the Tour de France. But like I've said, it's only stage 3 and we're going to have to wait and see how it plays out. Yo, hello Jules. Hello. Sometimes Roglic waits to the 4th or 5th week. Yeah. If only. Can you imagine that? Could you imagine a Grand Tour 5 weeks long? Oh, that would be absolutely brutal. It just go down to the wire. Just literally the last man standing. I think Tadej Pogacar would still win it, but it would be that would be very brutal. The Vuelta, they had the sprint 10 kilometers earlier than it happened yesterday. Well, I do see, PCS has it as well. Not everything is like bang up to date and in the exact same spot. What was that stage? I was trying to follow the Vuelta Burgos. So that was an absolute nightmare. We hit the final kilometer 4 times in that race before we got an update on who the winner was. So that was actually quite funny. So it was. I think Parapandre may try for the KOM points on a hillier day. Yeah, I did. That was my thinking when it did come to the KOM jersey. I thought Lorenzo Fortunato, Valentin Parapandre, Tadej Pogacar. I'm still sticking with Tadej Pogacar on it, but I mean Valentin Parapandre, he did try it in the Tour de France. He was unsuccessful. Richard Carapaz got the better of him, and Tadej Pogacar racked up points from stage wins and positions in the stages at the end of the race. I think Valentin Parapandre, I love his style. I think, but I love him and I hate him. I hate him because of the Mont Ventoux against Ben Healy, but I love his style. He's just he's a really explosive climber, and he's just fun to watch. All right, Ian. Hope you're all good. Wife loves the channel as well. Appreciate it. So hello to Ian's wife. Hello to the pair of yous. PCS, it's the first finish on Font Romeo in La Vuelta history. I actually I have a list of the last time the stages were, where is it, finished. So yeah, stage 3, first time the Vuelta has ever finished, yeah, on Font Romeo, if that is pronounced correctly. It's the first time the Vuelta has ever finished on this climb in this area. So brand new winner. Tomorrow stage is going to be the first time this Vuelta where a stage has actually taken place there before in Andorra. And I'll not spoil the winner of that one. I'll save that for tomorrow. Carapaz YOLO attack. I think we're going to see a very reserved Carapaz here for the first, or will we? I don't know. We've seen a very reserved Carapaz for the first week and a half, 2 weeks of the. Actually, no, take it back, a week and a half, because he was sort of explosive on the final stage of week 2, in and around the final stage. But he was very reserved in the first week and a half. Obviously, he's going to have to keep up with the GC guys. So does he do the attacking, or does he let everyone else do the attacking, and he then catches up? Wout van Aert is at the back of the peloton here, second last. Was he? I think he was alongside the team car. I don't know if there was an issue, but I've just clocked it there that Wout van Aert is currently sat second from the back in the peloton. Rider from UAE, that being Ivo Oliveira. He's now the last rider. He's got his hand in the air. Is he looking bottles, or has he got a puncture? Which one is it? But I don't think losing Ivo Oliveira is going to be that much of that damaging to Tadej Pogacar's stage here. How many teammates has he got around him? He's got 2, 4, 5. 5 teammates still around Tadej Pogacar, so that means there's 6 left for UAE altogether. Red Bull, Bora Hansgrohe. How many riders Red Bull are down to 4 riders, I believe. Kern Farmer are doing pretty good towards the front. Here comes Lotto Intermarché. And I mean, Jarno Vidar, he's the main guy for Lotto Intermarché at this Vuelta España. I would love to see him do well. Obviously, he's in Sexas's category of age, and when he came up, and everyone thought, or a lot of people did think, Jarno Vidar versus Sexas, yada yada. And then when Sexas, got really, really big, and Jarno Vidar he's sort of just doing his own thing and developing in his own time. Everyone's calling him washed. I'm still holding out hope for him. He's still very young. He's still very talented. And I'm hoping we do get to see a Jarno Vidar here at this Vuelta España that is going to prove a lot of people wrong. Yes, he doesn't have a proper team around him from Lotto Intermarché, because Lotto Intermarché aren't a GC team, but I do hope Jarno Vidar is on one at this. I hope he is. I'm investing in him. Hello, Hound. Hello. And hello, Kat. Hello, Shelley. Hello, everyone. Everyone joined there at the one time. So hello. Just catching up on the chat. I should actually get a poll going. But camera pans back to the breakaway. It is now 49 seconds between the breakaway and the peloton. Still the same 6 riders in it. Who's at the front? Ethan Hayter is currently at the front of the breakaway. He's taking his turn at the front. That's not how you spell Pogacar. Actually, no. I'm gonna do this. I know what pole I'm going to sneeze as well. Ah. Hate that feeling. Oh my, I can't even spell today. Oh my days. Right, I've got a pole and I'm going to go for... Right, we've actually got an attack out of the breakaway here. Helmuza of Jayco Alula. He is the first one to make an attack out of this breakaway. He is being followed by Mats Wenzel and Magnus Cort Nielsen. They're the two riders to follow Helmuza. Ethan Hayter, Lagak, and Rawson of Picnic Post-Nile are the three that have been caught out here. Will they be able to bring it back? I mean, the gap is 38 seconds. I think Ethan Hayter and Lagak have sat up. Rawson's as well. He's sort of up the road slightly on his own. He's looking over his shoulder. I think he's going to sit up as well. But we've got a race in the breakaway. Something's kicked off in the breakaway, and we've got a race. Right. What am I? Oh, we've got another abandon as well. I just realized that clicking on that. So another rider has abandoned. I don't know when he did abandon, but Alex Kirsch, the Cofidis rider from Luxembourg, he is abandoned, which is unfortunate. I did speak about that yesterday. But Mats Wenzel, he's at the front of the breakaway. Magnus Cort Nielsen in second wheel and Helmuza in third wheel. I'm still trying to get this pole going, and I don't know why it's taking me so long to do it. Right. Right. I think I have sorted out the... there's the three guys. Ethan Hayter, Lagak, and Rossins have been caught by the peloton, so they've all been caught. What am I looking for on the keyboard? A letter. Right, so there's the pole out there. I didn't want to put anyone else in the pole because I have a feeling who's actually going to go on to win this. It's more of a guessing game by how many minutes or seconds do you think Tadej Pogačar is going to win this stage by. So let me know what you... I just seen the first vote go straight to 2 minutes plus. Very good. Right. Anybody heard where Carapaz is going next year? Personally surprised he is leaving AF Education. Well, I mean, I haven't heard anything else bar from what I made that video on. Oh, who said it? I cannot remember his name. The guy on the Move podcast. I can't remember his name, but he mentioned it, and that's the only thing I've heard from it. I haven't heard anything else about Richard Carapaz leaving AF Education, who he's going to go to, or anything like that. Maybe we will hear as the Vuelta España continues. Maybe if Richard Carapaz isn't doing that good, maybe some leaks come out. Or maybe if he does do good, then maybe we get a bit of confirmation that he is staying. We will just, as always, have to wait and see with that one. But I mean, it is a bit of a shock, because when you think of AF Education, you think of Richard Carapaz. They're sort of one and the same at this point now. But I think it would be a shame if AF Education did lose him, seeing he did just sign a contract with him. I actually wanted to go through the jersey. So yes, I mean, it's been on your screen. That is the jerseys, or that is the GC, sorry, for today. After yesterday, Wout van Aert in second, 9 seconds down, but I mean, he's going to disappear. I didn't change Leo Bessou. Leo Bessou is not from the UK. He's from France. But Leo Bessou is definitely one to keep an eye on. I think he will remain in the top 10 after this. Anyone else? Jay Vine, potentially. Primož Roglic, 26 seconds down in 9th place, is, I know, 3 stages in, but showing a bit of potential for for a top 10 finish. Only 3 stages in though. But I think Jay Vine, Roglic, Leo Basu, they could be the 3 guys we could potentially be looking at, that are potentially staying in this top 10 after today's stage. UAE team members are still at the front of the peloton. Tadej Pogacar still got 5 riders around him. He's still got the same 5 teammates around him, so no one else has dropped just yet. I wanted to go through what was the next one. I can't do the points jersey because the virtual points jersey, Ethan Hayter is leading it by 57 points. Tadej Pogacar is in second with 42. KOM jersey after yesterday, Bowman, he is leading it with 6 points. He won the 2 category 3 climbs yesterday. Then we've got Uriarte, who got second in both of those climbs yesterday, and then Ethan Hayter and Fernandez, who came third in 1 respectively. Youth jersey though, this is I'm actually excited for the youth jersey this year, just because there are a lot of people who are riding their first Grand Tour that have a lot of potential. I mean, I'm expecting Leo Basu to still be there, like I said in the GC, but I'm expecting him. I probably think he'll be in the white jersey after today's stage. Will Pablo Torres still be there? Marco Brenner, he's another good shout to still remain in this top 10. Will Axel Arons, he's a bit of a puncher. Don't know, maybe. Not sure on that one. Carlos Rodriguez, though, he should hopefully still remain there. But then we'll start to see the likes of Oscar Olney come in. Hopefully Jarno Vida or Nordhagen as well. We'll start to see a lot of the other youngsters come through. If doesn't have a team strategy except attack until rigor mortis sets in. That seems perfect for him. It does, because he's brilliant at doing that. Richard Carapaz is you just look at him and he's the definition of attack. That's all he did in the Tour de France. That is all he did. Just he wasn't even attacking anyone. He was just attacking himself at the point at some stages. Right, so we've got 10 kilometers exactly. So we're about 1 or 2 kilometers off getting into this steeper section of the Col de Mont-Louis. So we are a couple more kilometers and then it will start to kick up in percentages. The gap is 36 seconds. We've still got Mats Wenzel, Helmose and Magnus Cort Nielsen in the breakaway after a Helmose attack from the likes of Ethan Hayter, Legac, and who was the other one? Forgot him already. Rawson of Picnic Post. So they got caught by the peloton. But these are the 3 guys that everyone is watching to see if any of these 3 can beat Tadej Pogacar. Lotto Intermarché, they're alongside AF Education in the peloton. So they are. How far are they from the front though? Kern Pharma are still towards the front. Who's that guy from Kern Pharma? That he's going to be their GC guy, but I can't. Ivan Sosa. He's moving, isn't he? Nothing's been confirmed, but I think there was definitely a rumour that he was moving. So there is. Obviously, I'm pretty sure Kern Pharma are folding at the end of the season. I think they're losing their main sponsor. I don't know if they have got a sponsor to replace them, but we could see another, Team Flanders Baloise situation where Kern Pharma are no more. And I think they are. I think that has sort of been confirmed. I actually wanted to do the favourites as well. So the favourites for today's stage, I mean, when I looked at it, I thought that's the odds from first to second in the favourites is scary, but this is what the favourites are looking like that I got for stage 3. That is crazy. I couldn't believe that. Tadej Pogacar, 1-12 and Felix Gal's 12-1. That is scary. And then 14-1 Oscar Olney, Joao Almeida, Roglic and Mas all being 18-1. Sorry, Richard Carapaz as well at 18-1. Skalmos at 25-1. Tobias Hall Johannesson at 40-1. And then Jørgen Nordhagen at 66-1. So 2 Norwegians there sneaking into the top 10. But that the difference in favourites from first to second is it's just laughable because I mean, yes, Tadej Pogacar does bring more eyes to this race and, in the red jersey, builds up the Vuelta massively, but I'm scared to see what the time gap is. I'm hoping it's still within a minute, 2 minutes, even though it doesn't mean anything. But I think in today's stage, if he's able to get like 4 minutes, 5 minutes, you're thinking, right, what is happening here? And then it just becomes a battle for second. But the battle for second would have been a lot more exciting if it was the battle for first. We've got an attack here out of the breakaway by Wenzel of Kern Pharma. He's out of the saddle. Pardon me. He's out of the saddle, putting in an attack. He's opened up a small gap on Helmose and Magnus Cort Nielsen. Surprised Magnus Cort has survived so long. He is out of the saddle himself, attacking Helmose, trying to catch up to Wenzel. Is Magnus Cort potentially going for the KOM jersey? Is maybe that was his thought in today? Get the 10 points at the top of this climb, go into the polka dot jersey. Oh, and the rain has kicked up. It has started to rain. Whoa. That is a lot of rain. That is just, they've just went round a bend and the heavens have just opened. So much rain. But I think that actually is Magnus Cort Nielsen's strategy today. Get the 10 points, go into the polka dot jersey, and you can say Uno X were able to hold the polka dot jersey for a couple stages. Don't know. Actually, I don't think it'll last too long because of tomorrow's stage. But we do have a lot of people dropping off the back of the peloton here. Ethan Hayter drops, or Luis Allar. He also drops. Who's that? 33.97. Right. De Vernes of Uno X. He drops. Someone else from Burgos also drops. Fernandez. The peloton have now hit the rain. And it's all doom and gloom here at the Vuelta España, with UAE still at the front, still with 5 riders around Tadej Pogačar. No one else from the UAE team has dropped just yet. Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe have moved into second position. Mats Wenzel actually flicks the elbow for Magnus Cort Nielsen to go through and take his turn. He looks overseas. Magnus Cort Nielsen isn't in a good position to do that, and then he gets out of the saddle and puts in another attack, but Magnus Cort Nielsen still holding on. He's holding on there's a small gap between them, but he's just holding on. He's sort of caught back up now. Will he be able to get these 10 points? It's 7.9 kilometers to the top of this climb. We're starting to get into the steeper sections now. Helmose is about 5 seconds down from these two. The peloton is 37 seconds. No worrying from the peloton with the riders up the road. No disrespect to them, but when you've got UAE chasing you down and they're not really riding at a hard pace to bring you back, all they need to do is switch gear and they'll have that 40 seconds down in about 4. Who's in green today and does the skin suit fit? Well, Ethan Hayter is back in green today. He's obviously not leading green. He sat in second. He's virtually leading green now, but I didn't see any noticeable rips on his jersey, so I think they did find a proper fitting for Ethan Hayter. He didn't have to do a wardrobe malfunction and rip it, but Mats Wenzel does attack Magnus Cort Nielsen, and he cannot respond this time. A massive gap opens up between the pair of them, and it looks as though we're going to get Mats Wenzel going solo here with 7.6 kilometers to go. 23.7 kilometers to go for the entire stage itself. Will Mats Wenzel be able to hold off the peloton for these next 7.5 kilometers and get the 10 points at the top of this climb? I hope so. Unless someone from GC attacks out of this climb, I think we're going to save all the attacking for the final 10 kilometers of the last climb. But yeah, I would like to see Mats Wenzel take this. Would like to see him take the 10 points. If you just discount the first place completely, I think the battle for second and third. Oh no, don't get me wrong. The battle for first and second, I'm all here for it. I can't wait to see the battle between the pair of them. But I'm just thinking, if that was a battle for first, how much is that hail? Oh no, it was just water flicking up from the motorbike. I thought the hail had started. I was going to say that would be I could not think of anything worse. Well, actually, I could doing it in the sun. That would probably be a bit worse for me, but actually just doing it in general would probably be worse for me. I don't think I'd make it a kilometer up the climb without passing out. But as I was saying, the battle for second and third, if that was the battle for the red jersey, I think it would just be perfect. It would be brilliant. So the gap is actually 42 seconds. So Mats Wenzel he's opened the gap by about 6 seconds. Nothing major. I know. It would have been major if we're on the final climb and there's like maybe 1 or 2 people trying to chase him down. But when the entire peloton and the main team is UAE, 6 seconds is literally not even a second to them. But it's up to 44, 40 down to 43. But it is Mats Wenzel solo. I'm just going to change something there. Kevin Vermaeke is the rider for UAE who is currently pulling at the front of this peloton. Magnus Cort Nielsen has just been cut. Well, I mean, I say just, he's literally about to get caught here by the peloton. He's looking over the shoulder as the peloton are about to sweep him up and throw him straight out the back. But maybe we see, if the breakaway is reeled in, maybe we do see an attack on this climb. I mean, I would like to see an attack on this climb. I don't really want to be waiting, for the descent off, because after this climb, it sort of plateaus at the top for a couple of kilometers, and then they descend down towards the foot of the final climb. Is that Jakob Omerzel of Bahrain dropping off the back? Is it 73? No, it's Govakar. It is Govakar. A lot of Slovenians for Bahrain. I've just clocked that there. But he is dropping off the back. Number 44 for Decathlon was struggling as well. Sander Del Pestel of Decathlon. He was struggling at the back. I don't actually think it's... I mean, the ground's wet. I don't know if it's still raining as heavy as it was when they first hit it. We're getting a helicopter. Well, I don't know what sort of view this is. Is this someone just on the side of the mountain with a camera? Doesn't look like a helicopter view. Peloton is relatively big, actually. It's a lot bigger than I would have expected with UAE riding at the front. Red Bull still have 4 riders remaining. Who could they be? I mean, Roglic, Finn Fisher Black, Luke Tocqueville, and Vermeersch, maybe? Or Wandal? Don't know who it could be, but I think I know 3 of them. Not sure who the 4th member would be in that one. It's weird that they didn't have the right size yesterday. Glad he can keep circulation today. It's not weird. I just sort of found it was a bit disrespectful that they couldn't get him a bigger size, because they sort of just thought, you'll probably lose it tomorrow. Take the size that you can get. Give a bit of respect and give him the proper size. 22 kilometers to go, and the rain is kicking up now. It is a lot heavier than it was when they first hit it. It looks as though they're hitting it in sections. It must be stopping and starting with the rain. And we've got a descent coming up. Ooh, that makes it interesting. I was speaking about the descent, but I forgot to link the two of them together. Losing the live feed here with this motorbike camera as we pan to a helicopter footage of some houses. Great. But we've lost coverage of the race. Hopefully that is not the... hopefully we don't have the same situation here as the Tour of Swiss, where we miss the final couple kilometers due to lightning. That would be a real bummer. Great news, Peacock is showing ads. Brilliant. Very good, very good. Remember to like the video. Yes, don't forget to like the video as well. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to be live for stage 4 tomorrow, and stage 5 the next day, and stage 6 and 7. I'm going to be live all the way up until... I said the stage yesterday and I've completely forgot it already. Stage 14, I think it is. I'm going to be live all the way up to stage 14. So don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. It is greatly appreciated. And, join Watchalong for the Vuelta here. See how it does unfold over the next week and a bit. And, hopefully it's a good one. We are getting footage here off the finish line, and it is just rain. It is bucketing down. It is really heavy rain. But with this rain, though, I'm intrigued with this descent. This sort of spices it up slightly for me, just to see what happens. But with the rain being stage 3, I don't think we're going to see a lot of risks taken on this descent. But it looks miserable. You've got people, the umbrellas, people with ponchos, but it just looks awful. They're actually evacuating everyone because they're not... Everyone's being evacuated because of the rain. Everyone's just getting drenched. But we've lost coverage of the race here. I don't know what's happened with the race, but Right now, we're looking at the finish line. The finish line is showing people being evacuated from the side of the road on one side, and then the other side is two people dancing in ponchos. So, everyone has their different priorities, I guess, when it does come to raining. But we've got cars crossing the finish line. I mean, where's the race gone? I've no clue. Are they going to do the cutting the footage thing? Please don't. I've only got so much to talk about. But everyone, the cameras are lagging. I think that is what we are going to be, what we're going to be in for. See if they turn around and start, shortening the race, cancelling it. Yeah, don't even talk to me. They're still just showing. I don't know. I mean, if you're joining looking for some race coverage, I've got none. We went from cycling to, we're watching a cycling race to watching a walking race, with everyone walking up the final few hundred meters off the stage. But that is what maybe there was a lightning strike. I think when I did mention it earlier, when it first came up, when the reporter was at the top and it was raining, I thought I heard her say something about thunder and lightning. But the camera at the moment that is on the camera's just, they're like losing connection. I'm always amused by what they find to show when they lose the feed. I think it's funny as well, but I don't like it in this situation because I'm currently live. And there's only so much I can talk about. But as far as I'm aware, they're still racing. They've lost complete coverage now. The screen has just went black. What is going on here? I mean, PCS, we've got PCS. We've got PCS. Mats Wenzel's still up the road. 40 seconds apparently is the gap. 19.8 kilometers to go. So, I mean, if we're looking for exacts on kilometers and where they exactly are, don't be looking at me. I will update you with what PCS are saying, but we apologise for the poor picture quality. I don't think we're going to get the rest of this stage. I'm not going to lie. And now they swapped to a montage. Great. Are they at the top of the climb yet? Well, according to PCS, they have still got a couple kilometers left to the top of this climb. That is what they are currently looking like. But at the moment, there is... you're being shown a magnificent array of umbrellas at the finish line. Yeah, well, as of right now, I'm being shown a pre-recorded nice sunny day in Spain. That's what I'm being shown at the moment. But the thing happened that I did not want to happen. They cut the footage. They've cut it. TV announcers should listen to the baseball announcers, who seem to have no end of stories. Have no end of stories to talk about when there's nothing happening. I mean, my stories are quite limited, as I've sort of only started this. My stories at the moment are very limited and could be repeated quite a lot, but they're now showing the profile of the stage. So they have, I mean, is PCS even updating? The PCS are still updating. 18.7 kilometers to go is what they're saying. I mean, they haven't updated the time or anything like that. They're just, the live coverage now is showing the descent from the top of the climb. Or are they? Yeah, they are. They're showing from the top of the Col de Mont Louis all the way down to the descent and then up towards the finish. So they are. How does PCS get their information? That is a secret I would love to know. That I think it's one of those ones like a magician never reveals its secrets. I think the way it works is they've got like a wee. I know there's one app where they've got like all the cyclists wears. They all have something on their bike, and I don't know how they get it exactly, like, but. Right, so PCS has updated. It was 35 and it's just went back up to 40. 18.2 kilometers to go. I think the commentators on TNT are resorting to PCS, quite like myself, but PCS aren't even updating with any information. They're just talking about the vertical meters. 75% of the vertical meters have already... apparently attacked by Lorenzo Fortunato. A bit of information. He's obviously got the KOM jersey in his sights. And PCS have just said that Lorenzo Fortunato has attacked out of the peloton. 17 seconds is the gap already between himself and Mats Wenzel. 10 points at the top of this. And I mean, that is a very, very smart move by Lorenzo Fortunato to get 10 points here. Very smart move from himself. Right. You do fine. Yeah, I'm just going to keep rambling on. You know, they're actually showing reruns of the footage earlier because they were showing them the two girls dancing in the bottom corner as everyone else was getting evacuated. So we're getting reruns of of the rain. You know, if they show us like a rerun of just before we lost coverage so we could see where we were at, but mate, no live coverage. The Vuelta disaster class. Well, it's not a good start. It is not a good start because if it gets to the point where we do get the coverage back and Tadej Pogačar has already attacked and he's got a minute and a half up the road, that is an absolute that's a bad one. And now they've resorted back to the interviews. We're interviewing Scalmos at the moment. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. But the only update I have got is that Lorenzo Fortunato has attacked out of the peloton. You're seeing an exciting thrill ride at Universal Studios. Very good. Very good. Well, I mean, whilst I'm here, I will say, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe as well. I'm going to wait and hope that the coverage does come back. We've got 18.2 kilometers to go, or 17.4, sorry, according to PCS. So, I just thought I would say, like and subscribe. I'm going to ramble on here for a bit, see what actually happens, and I sort of want to stay in this situation just to see how I'm able to cope with it, with a situation like this. But tell us about Disneyland. I'm actually going back. That's where I'm going in a couple of weeks. So I will be going back, and the only reason I'm going back is because we got a brilliant deal on it. So the first time felt a bit rushed, so when we went back this time, we're going to try and do it properly. So that's why I'm missing the final week. But I mean, if it's going to be just rain non-stop in the Vuelta, and we're going to keep losing contact of the race and footage, maybe Disneyland is the best bet for the final week. Tell us plans for the videos during the off season. So what I have got so far for the off season is what I want to do is I want to give like a preview and go through every single team. Give a preview. I also want to continue the weekly like sort of update that I did the last week. I should have actually done one this week, but I mean with the Vuelta kicking off, I sort of felt it was a bit pointless. I actually might do one for this is Monday. I was thinking it was Sunday. So I might have one of those up for this week, just a weekly recap, because we did have the Renui Tour, we did have the Deutschland Tour. So I keep an eye out for that. I will get one of those up. But off-season previews for every single team I'm going to have up. What was the other one? Transfers. Transfers are going to be big. I'm also going to have... There was another one. Yes, early season predictions. I'm going to have like a wee award show that I'm going to do. I'm going to have a bit of fun with it. Giving it, obviously not real awards, pretend awards for the season and what happened there. So... The Final K award show. Keep an eye out for that one. That'll be a laugh. But I've got a few ideas pending, and obviously with the off season, there's not a lot of cycling going on. There is a potential game coming out that a lot of people are excited for within the cycling community. So it's called Velo Victory. So if I can figure out when that gets released, hopefully it does get released in the off season. I might try and see how that plays out, because it actually does look quite fun. So that is what I am currently going for. I mean, if I'm talking about, I actually do have quite a lot to record, because if we're talking about a review for every single team, you're talking there 21 videos there. So wish me luck with that one. That one could go well, or it could go completely awful. But yeah, I'm excited to look at every team after the season is finished, and look at who they're bringing in, look at who they've got rid of, look at how their season went, look at who, I mean, I didn't have last year to go off of, so if I would have liked to have had last year to have my expectations for them this year. Obviously I'm not going to have that, so I would give my expectations of them for the following year, if you catch my drift there. Right, so Vuelta is always horrible. The Vuelta should be replaced by a 3-week tour of Scandinavia. Oh, we've got coverage. We have got coverage back. 17 kilometers to go. We have got coverage. Yes, the coverage is back. It is literally. It looks like it's nighttime in the Vuelta. Lightning. Oh, there's flashes. Oh dear, we're gonna lose it again, aren't we? There is flashes for the well, I mean, I just seen a flash sort of from the sky. The camera is already blurry. But we do have Lorenzo Fortunato with Mats Wenzel on his wheel. It is absolutely chucking it down. It is bucketing. UAE are still at the front of the peloton. I don't know the gap from the peloton to the breakaway. But Lorenzo Fortunato and Mats Wenzel are currently together. That is what the camera... They lost the camera feed of the peloton. So we're just looking at Lorenzo Fortunato and Mats Wenzel, and I mean that is fine by me. We've got an interview of Felix Gall in the corner, and here we go. We've got a sprint opening up between Lorenzo Fortunato and Mats Wenzel, and the camera goes blurry. 22 seconds is the gap. 16.5 kilometers to go. See this descent. This descent is going to be. What are the chances of them neutralizing the stage if something happens on the descent? 20 seconds. Now, when I say we've got coverage back, I mean we're watching it at like 1 pixel. It's just blurry. But I'm just happy that we've got some sort of coverage here with 16.2 kilometers to go. 16 kilometers of this. Oh no. And it's not as if it's like a flat 16k. We've got a 10 kilometer climb. It's going to be a long 16k. It is. And we have now cut back to the finish line. So we're going to miss a sprint. So we're going to miss a sprint for the top of the climb. So we have lost coverage. Oh, no. Coverage is back for the front of the peloton. Tadej Pogačar currently sat in about second wheel from the front. Oh, heel. All the riders are moving into the side of the road. Oh, my. This is a disaster. This is disasters for the Vuelta. All the rider heel. All the peloton are telling everyone to slow down. So we've had... we've had rain, lightning, thunder, hail. What is next? But at the moment, Tadej Pogačar, he's at the front. He's at the front of the peloton. He's taking the full force of the heel. Look at him. He's leading it. He's taking it by charge. Everyone look at me. I'm taking on the heel head on. This is crazy. This is... Tadej Pogačar's telling people not to attack. He's waving the thing. I mean, I think that's what the screen is froze. Look at the size of those hailstones. They're golf balls. The whole peloton have just went completely off the side of the road. I don't know. They're probably going to end up in someone's house. What has happened here? Tadej Pogačar, he was at the front telling everyone to slow down. Someone from Tudor was on the left-hand side. Look at the bounce of that hailstone there. And Tadej Pogačar then, he like turned around to the Tudor guy. Oh no! Right, I know what now. Sorry, he wasn't wagging his finger. It was someone from Decathlon was telling them to go right, and Tadej Pogačar said, "No, you all follow my lead. We are going left." So they turn left down some weird path, not on the race course. I mean, so the peloton are safe. A lot of the riders at the back of the peloton are safe. We still have no news on Fortunato or Mats Wenzel. The race has been neutralized. Oh, dearie me. This is great. So, I mean, we know everyone's safe bar Fortunato and Mats Wenzel. So I hope they're all good in the heel. But apart from that, I mean, 3 stages in, the race has been paused. Oh, you're joking. What am I going to do? Let me see. Where are they? Where are they in France? Let's get the weather up. How long is this meant to be? Where is... I don't even know where this is in... Where this is... It's in south of France. Weather forecast, right. Severe thunderstorm warning. That is what is coming up when you look up the TheFinalKm weather forecast on Google. Severe thunderstorm warning. But the race has been paused. The race has been neutralized. That's a shame. That is such a shame. What is this? What is this indeed, Francisco? You're correct. The weather, they didn't want to see Tadej Pogačar win. They didn't want to see a Tadej Pogačar solo win. Look at them. We're getting footage here of they're all running into cafes. It was Felix Gal's face there on that freeze frame. But they've got people in the crowd actually with all the cyclists are hiding under umbrellas. Can you imagine that, standing at the side of the road with an umbrella and Tadej Pogačar just pulls up beside you? And they're all getting into they're all going into cafes. The race has been neutralised. It is and we've lost coverage of that camera that was on the ground. So is this the top of the climb? Because the top of the climb, if this is live coverage from the top of the climb and not a rerun, there's no rain at the top of the climb. So hopefully it starts to clear up. They didn't even get hail at the top of the climb because the footage they were showing earlier, the hail was actually lying on the ground. So I don't really know what is going on, but we've got more coverage here of the. It doesn't even feel like we're watching. It just feels like we're watching like some sort of like Jeremy Kyle live show with like cyclists just running about the road trying to sneak into cafes, and they're bringing the bikes and everything into the cafe. Imagine having a cup of coffee. Felix Gal comes running in. Don't know. I've no clue what's going on. Like, but they're calling the race over. Is that? I mean, the race is neutralized. It says the race is paused. Will it unpause? They're just showing replays here of. This is crazy. This is due to extreme weather conditions. The riders have decided to pause the race and seek shelter from the heavy hail. So it wasn't even the race organizers that paused the race. The race organizers didn't even pause the race. It was Tadej Pogačar, and that had to do it. He had to. I just thought it was funny. Tadej Pogačar. He was at the front. He was dictating everything. He was just, follow me, dictator Pogačar. I love it. Yeah. So the riders had to pause it. That is crazy. The fact that maybe the organizers hadn't hit the hail yet. I will give them that benefit of the doubt. But the fact the riders actually had to pause that one, it looks as though they did get hail because one of the guys at the finish line is brushing the hail off the big Cofidis sign at the finish line. Is it still? There's no way it's still hail. The hail has had to have ended by now. They're all getting their jackets on. Are they going back out? Are they going to grit their teeth and grin and bear it and do it for our our amusement, or what are they going to do? Well, I mean, a lot of people have joined since the neutralization has happened. So if you are new, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe as well. I'm watching along for the Vuelta España. So if you want to watch along with me, subscribe, join, get involved in the chat. It is it's a good laugh at times, and in times like this, it's a good laugh. But this doesn't even. They've still got the camera on this front door of the cafe. They should just put the camera on the shoulder and just walk about the cafe, start doing interviews. That is, they should just treat it like it's some sort of live stream. That's what they should do. Just walk about the cafe, interviewing everyone. Treat it like a reality TV show. People are walking out of the cafe with their bikes, and people are walking into the cafe. There's a guy from Cofidis. He does not look warm at all. Stick a coat on, mate. This is the only coverage we have got. This cafe door. They should. Is it a cafe? I don't even know if it is a cafe. They should at least show the name of the building, so give it a bit of publicity. Or is the race? Is it over? Is it over? I've genuinely no clue what is going. I'm just looking at PCS for updates. I mean, the last update they gave was 2 minutes ago, saying that due to heavy weather conditions, the riders have decided to pause the race and seek shelter from the heavy hail. That was 2 minutes ago, and then they uploaded a video off the hail, so they did. But PCS are still saying Lorenzo Fortunato and Mats Wenzel do have a 20-second gap on the peloton, so maybe they're at the finish line and all. But we don't. There's Bruno. Is that Bruno Amaral? It looks like Bruno Amaral, I believe. Yeah, it is. It is Bruno Amaral of Visma Lease bike. He's at the front. He's on the walkie-talkie. He's on the radio giving orders. He's standing at the front of the door. The fact they've actually give him the graphic to show which rider that is he's standing there just unbothered, unfazed. Do you think lasagna, or do you think Pogačar will have lasagna or all day breakfast? I don't think they're going to serve all day breakfast. I think they all want some soup, something warm. There's the polka dot jersey. Barman. He's trying to get in. Oh, I thought he was coming up to wave it. Oh, they're waving it off. Oh, we've got someone here in a red jacket, shaking the head and saying no, but I can't make him out. Oh, it's a hotel. That is. So right, it gets better. So there's a camera operator on the back of a bike, and she asked could she go into the hotel and change because I don't know if it's a female or male operating the camera, but said can I go into the hotel and get changed because I'm freezing, and the guy says no. It's for the riders only. Oh jeez. I mean, fair enough. I mean, the riders are literally wearing a skin suit, but it's just the fact she still sat on the back of the motorbike with a camera on her shoulder in this weather. They've all gone to bed. Yeah, I think they're all booking a one night stay here. Here's like all the teams are coming in with bags, and here's the Visma bike squad. There's the photographers now, but the Visma bike squad have rolled up there, coming in with all the bags and everything. So they're probably going to set up shop in here, get the tactics boards out. Oh, it's abandoned. No, the stage has been abandoned. That is shocking. So that's a wrap on stage 3. What do I say? Stage 3 is over. We've no winner. That is not what you wanted for the first 3 stages of the Vuelta España. But I mean, Tadej Pogačar stays in red, so it is going as planned, and it has unfortunately been abandoned. The top of the final climb looks grand. So it does. The top of the final climb is grand. I think it's just where the riders have been caught that they are a bit screwed with the hail. But I mean, we had hail, lightning, thunder, rain, sun. What more could you have asked for in a Vuelta España stage with the race being abandoned? That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I was hoping we would have got to see a bit more of it, because that was if they all got back on the bike, it would have been interesting to see how it played out. But none of these cyclists could have performed on a cold night in Stoke. A cold, wet, rainy night in Stoke. Couldn't do it. They had to do a cold, hail afternoon in the mountains. But that's stage 3 over, so it is, unfortunately. So I'm going to wrap it up here. I mean, all I can say is like and subscribe, and stay tuned for stage 4 tomorrow, because stage 4 tomorrow does look as though it is going to be a very good one, provided on the weather. There's no there's no hail, lightning, thunder in this one, but it is in Andorra. I think the main concern now for the race is how they're going to get all the riders back down the mountain, and what they're going to do with all the cars and stuff like that. But they should have taken a look at the weather report properly, and say the finish line is the Cat 1 or the KOM sprint. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's all over now. There's nothing we can do. So stage 3 of the Vuelta España ends 16 kilometers from the finish. I mean, I don't know who's taking the stage win. Will it be Lorenzo Fortunato or Mats Wenzel? We'll never know. We never got to see who won that sprint. But with hail, rain, lightning and thunder, stage 3 comes to an end. So I thank you all for joining me for this very unexpected live stream. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was still fun nonetheless. It was a funny afternoon here for the Vuelta España. But thanks for joining me. If you are new, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. It is greatly appreciated. And yeah, I will see you all for stage 4 tomorrow. Fingers crossed we get a winner in it, but I have a slight feeling who is going to be winning stage 4 as well. So we will have we will see what happens in stage 4. But yes, thanks Shelley. All the best, Jules, Lynn, Ian, Kat, Stephanie, Robert, all the best, and thank you for watching The Final K. See you tomorrow.